Let's be honest. For a lot of us, prayer can feel like, well, a chore, right? A reluctant religious duty. But what if it's way more than that? What if it's this incredible high calling that unlocks a powerful connection and, yeah, real results? In this explainer, we're going to dig into the source material to see how we can transform our understanding of prayer from a duty into a destiny. Okay, so let's just dive right in and start with a picture that I think a lot of us secretly carry around. It's this image of God as, I don't know, a distant, super intimidating schoolmaster. You can almost picture it, right? You're tiptoeing down this long hallway, the floorboards are creaking, and you're just bracing yourself for a lecture about every single thing you've done wrong. So, be honest for a second. Does that image feel even a little bit familiar? Because that picture can be a massive barrier, making us want to just avoid prayer completely. It's a really common feeling, but it's a picture that, according to the source material, desperately needs to change.
Right? So if we're going to pray effectively, that old flawed image, it just has to go. And thankfully, the Bible offers a totally dramatically different picture. Not of some distant judge, but of an overwhelmingly loving father.
And you can really see the difference here. I mean, look at this stark contrast. On one side, you've got that grumpy schoolmaster we all want to avoid, but on the other, you've got the father from Jesus' famous parable of the prodigal son, a father who is compassionate, welcoming, and who actually runs towards you. What a difference. Wow. I mean, this is such a powerful picture of that welcome. Think about it. The son in the story was expecting a scolding. He was totally ready to be demoted to a servant. But he never even got the chance to get his speech out. His father was just too busy running to him, throwing his arms around him, and celebrating that he was home. And the text tells us this is the welcome that's waiting for us. So here's the crucial point. When we approach God, we are not meeting someone who's looking for faults to correct. We're meeting a father who gives generously, without finding fault. If you can let that one idea sink in, it can completely revolutionize the way you pray. Okay, so let's see how this builds, because this new image of God is really the foundation for everything Jesus taught about prayer. He wasn't hesitant or ambiguous about it. He was incredibly positive and absolutely certain about its power. Just listen to the absolute confidence in this first promise from the Sermon on the Mount. There are no qualifiers here, no exceptions. Ask, you'll receive. Seek, you'll find. Knock, it'll be opened. It's just this powerful, direct assurance.
And then he takes it even further. Notice the all-embracing words here. Whatever you ask. The key condition isn't how worthy we are, but how much we believe. The instruction is to believe that you have already received it, and it will be yours.
And Jesus just repeats this incredible assurance over and over again. Ask whatever you wish. It's a staggering promise that really highlights the sheer scope of what he's teaching. The message is crystal clear. Powerful, effective prayer is available to us. Now, this all sounds amazing, right? But you might be wondering, how is this kind of bold access to the creator of the universe even possible for us? Well, the answer lies in Jesus' often misunderstood but ongoing work as our high priest. You see, Jesus' priestly work wasn't just a one-time thing. It's a continuous ministry on our behalf. On earth, he offered up prayers. On the cross, he offered himself. And right now, in heaven, the text says he always lives to make intercession for us, which means he is constantly speaking to the Father on our behalf. His work for us is happening right now. Now, here's the key. Jesus operates under a higher eternal order of priesthood, the order of Melchizedek. So unlike the Levitical priesthood, which was temporary and based on earthly lineage, this one is permanent and eternal. This is what gives him, and by extension us, this incredible direct access. And this brings us to what I think is the most empowering part of this whole thing, what this new eternal priesthood means for you. This isn't just some theological history lesson. This is about your identity and your calling right now. So first, let's get a really clear definition. At its absolute core, the unique job of a priest is to offer sacrifices. In the old system, only an authorized priest could approach God with an offering. This raises a huge question then. If we aren't Levitical priests offering up animal sacrifices, what could we possibly offer to God today? What are these spiritual sacrifices that the New Testament keeps talking about? And the answer is so profoundly simple and yet so powerful. Our spiritual sacrifice is prayer. We follow the example Jesus himself set on earth when he offered up prayers and supplications. This is our primary priestly function.
And this is the incredible new identity that's available to us. Because of Jesus' work, we are made to be a kingdom and priests. It's not something we earn, it's a status that has been given to us. It's who we are.
And you can see how these two roles are fundamentally linked, right? We are a kingdom of priests. According to the source, learning how to minister as priests by offering the spiritual sacrifice of prayer is precisely what qualifies us to rule as kings in his kingdom. The two go hand in hand.
So, the crucial takeaway here is that understanding all this isn't just about gaining some interesting theological knowledge. No, it's an invitation to make a really momentous decision. It's about choosing to step into a role, an identity, and a destiny that's been prepared for you. So, let's end with this thought. Prayer isn't just some religious duty to be checked off a list. It's a high calling, a priestly ministry with eternal significance. The only question left is, what happens when you decide to answer that call?